proposal from CARB here in California and the one from EPA. From my point of view, the CARB is not realistic. It is too aggressive. It would mean really you cannot do steps of 4% per year, all years. We have to reduce in 8 years, 35% we have to improve the fuel economy. And I can tell you, I see it quite difficult for us. I see it nearly impossible for us. I don't know, like the big threes want to fulfill these regulations with their technology. Yeah? We are a high-tech company, yeah? But if you look at this big threes, I cannot see a way with their program how they can fulfill these regulations. No way. There's no way. Or it will end up in a situation, I have to say, that perhaps we have just small Korean and Japanese cars here in this country. I don't know if that would be the wish of everybody to say, okay, then we decide to make a downsizing just that we have small Korean and Japanese cars in this country. I thought always the US needs also, with these big distances, relatively cars where it's a pleasure to drive. Yeah? So we have to be realistic. We from the industry, I can give you a commitment. We from our company, from our industry, we will do what is possible. But we should keep a pleasure, fun to drive, because if in the end we don't have fun to drive, because it's not just about transport, our business, it's also about pleasure to drive and fun to drive. And we can do quite a bit, and we will do a bit like we showed you. But the impossible, we cannot do. The impossible, we cannot do. And we have the wish, yeah, really the wish, to have one standard. And if you compare it to the European standards, you say from the value side, the proposal from California is as aggressive as a European 130 gram. Yeah. So, but the test cycle is much higher load, so it's not comparable one-to-one. The California proposal is more aggressive than the European proposal, and this I can tell you is really, really very, very ambitious. It's very, very ambitious. Comparison to the Japanese proposal. The Japanese proposal is there. No, I think there you could say this is really to reach. Yeah, yeah. It is not easy, but it is reachable. The European is very ambitious. The California is too, for me, from my point of view, too ambitious. So we'll see what happens. I don't know in the moment. We will go into the discussion. I think we need also an integrated approach, like we discussed in the European Commission. Yeah? In the European Commission, we have, let's say, the goal of 120 grams. But we discuss at the moment to fulfill this 120 grams in an integrated approach, which means we have, from product, we have to come up with a solution of about 130 or 135 grams. But also biofuels, or tires with lower rolling resistance, and yeah, gear shift indicators and things like that, which you cannot use in the test cycle. But if you run, let's say, our new A5 or A4 with a gear shift indicator, you reduce fuel consumption. I personally drive an S5 in the moment with a V8 normal aspirated FSI engine, yeah. And if I follow the gear shift indicator, I can run the car below 10 liters or above, let's say 24 miles per gallon with a V8 350 horsepower. Yeah? So I think to fulfill these aggressive values, we need an integrated approach. I will fight for that also in my discussions with CARB. Yeah? And I hope in the end we have to do that what is good for the ambient. Yeah? But it has to be reachable.